We're all set. And they're off. Quick start for number 5, Stump, who gets out and leads the profession. There goes Shanghai Point to overhaul and go forward. Next in the purple is One Way Home in that front-running quartet. It's Bellamy Time nearest us and trying to get loose on the inside rail. Back, fighting the rider a bit, is Backshot. Now has a space to join the front runners, and also making it very, very tight going is Tampet Sam will have to go on the farthest way around. They go the opening panel in 22 3/5 of a second. Well in hand now is Shanghai Point to get out to a 3/4 length margin. Following the outer flow is Tappet Sam in a good running spot. Very, very far off the fence though. Way back as it's Bellamy Time. Didn't get part of the lead and is pretty much out of it. As they go past the quarter-mile pole, down the center of the course, it's Shanghai Point. Slingshots off past the 330-yard mark and crosses over to the inside fence. Shanghai Point out by 5. And scoots right away. Backshot is up into second. The rest are for minor awards. It's Shanghai Point. Shanghai Point and Gerald Butler to score. Going to win by about 3 lengths from Backshot in second. Coming on back to the winner's enclosure. Winner of the opener this Tuesday, number 6, Shanghai Point. And jockey Bailey Weatherly. Co-owned by Tom Basler and Gerald Butler. Trained by Gerald Butler, an 8-year-old gelded son of Shanghai Bobby out of Cotton's Point by Salt Lake. Bred in Kentucky by Adrian Gonzalez and Aaron Gonzalez. And they're off. Awkward getaway for Chicks for Free, who's way out the back. It is Winging Ways to show the way from Mud Island in second position. Next in the yellow comes on the inside of proceedings, it's Super Fortune, who's flanked on the outside by Read the Transcript to head back and forth. The leader's getting away now. Patchy runs 5th. And is closer than usual, R.H. Smokum, and way, way back there to Johnny Longboat, who has to make up about 12 or 13. On that lead is Winging Ways. Victor Balin in 22 1/5 of a second. Too much too soon? We'll find out. Mud Island is about to pounce. Here comes a bid from Read the Transcript in third, moving off 4 paths from the rail. Patchy is into it today. Super Fortune debut over this ground seems positive. Late run coming from the speedster R.H. Smokum, and way back for Chicks for Free and nothing from Johnny Longboat. Deep stretch past the final furlong pole. Winging Ways is in deep water. Patchy is gobbling up and going by. There's Patchy in a late run for Chicks for Free, but Patchy decides to hit it today at 5-1. Second was Chicks for Free, then it was Read the Transcript, and maybe a retreating Winging Ways. Into the winner's circle steps number 8, Patchy, full of himself, owned by Johnny Hanna Enterprises LLC. It's the early double for trainer Gerald Butler. And how about that? Alvin Ortiz with the victorious ride. And they're off. Bit slow into stride is your favorite Cahokia Posse. Out very well, Silver Eyes, who gains the momentum. On the outside is Fergie Attack. These two vie, and now the split comes from Skip to Bali at lofty odds. Back and forth, Cahokia Posse, 5th and 6th running together. Molly's Temple and Wicked Sky. From the outside stall, mid-pack is Featured Power. About to be passed underneath by Her Speakers On. And the last two outside, Hot and Fresh inside, Don't Tell Alice. They mix it up on the front end, 23 seconds flat. It's the speed of Fergie Attack and Alvin Ortiz. He's looking for a double around the only turn. It's Cahokia Posse well positioned. On the far outside, here comes Wicked Sky and Javi Diego, who are looping the field. Her Speakers On going to have to split or go way off the course as well. Inside running back in the bridle is Skip to Bali. Anyone's race past the 3:30 mark. It's Fergie Attack clinging to the lead. Cahokia Posse, a horrible start, has found the front end. 3 deep off the fence. Wicked Sky on the move late. Her Speakers On. It's Cahokia Posse, a very improbable winner after that beginning. Wicked Sky was second. The Daniel and Henry Derby goes to number 1, Cahokia Posse and jockey Rainier Arrieta. Co-owned by Charles Ritter and trainer Scott Becker. She's a 3-year-old daughter of Galib out of Algonquin Posse. By Posse, bred in Illinois by Mr. William Stirritz. And they're off. Step slow into stride with Sleepy Cat. Way out the back there is Jamaican Traffic. On the front end is Caricia. Out to a half-length lead from Jamaican Traffic, who's up to second. Moving on through that rail opening from way back is Sleepy Cat taking over proceedings. Back in a joint fourth is Tina's Tapizar, flanked on the outer by hightailing it. And out, way back, is Blaze Beauty, and Victor Balin will be a closer today, and 7 lengths tardy. Off the speed in 22 and 4 that are 3. Sleepy Cat right between is Caricia, and on the far outside moving on up is Jamaican Traffic to take over by a neck. Following the outside is hightailing it, and Victor Santiago all in. Sleepy Cat backs out of it. Moving up is Tina's Tapizar, and far back, a late run coming from the far outside for Blaze Beauty. On the lead is Jamaican Traffic by a length from a retreating Caricia. Up towards the outside is hightailing it. Still coming up late is Blaze Beauty, but no catching. Jamaican Traffic in front. Caricia second, then it was hightailing it third. Into the winner's enclosure steps number 7, Jamaican Traffic. Win number 99 for jockey Alex Bendezu. Owned by Gene Sandrowski, trained by Max Quinones. 4-year-old gray daughter of Cross Traffic out of Jamaican Smoke by Latent Heat in the center. And they're off. Very tough starts for Shine Down and Can 2. Out very well, exiting the gate rapidly as Mud Hut. And here comes the mad dash underneath Mud Hut. Candy Looker's gonna vibe, Be My Bestie with pace, and Frosted forwardly placed in a handy third. Mud Hut is back in fourth. Fifth comes to Can 2, about 6 lengths off the front runners. Throwing the head about down the back stretch in the opening furlong is Moon Pie's Image. And way back there is Golub City. Golub City has to make up about 9. And it's Frosted Eclair and Alex Bendezu to show the way, and has not been asked, well in hand, and loves this going now past the 550 and is threatening to run away. Be My Bestie is second. Mud Hut well back in third. On the outside periphery, here comes Can 2 with a late run, but it's all Frosted Eclair past the 330. Fighting back is Be My Bestie. Down the center is Can 2 gaining. Frosted Eclair still out by 2.5 or 3. Final furlong grounds. Can 2. Frosted Eclair moving late. Moon Pie's Image. Frosted Eclair gonna do enough to hold on. 7-1. Can 2 was second. Then it's Moon Pie's Image and a photo for fourth. Welcome back to the winner's enclosure, and a busy one it is. Debut winner on this track for Frosted Eclair, and a momentous win for jockey Alex Bendezu. We'll get to that in just a second. Frosted Eclair is owned by Lawrence Gavilski II, Dennis Pohl, Keith, and Colin Throm. And they're off. An inward beginning away from the gate for number 1, Princess Stella, and rushes up to go forward and take over the lead from Palace Magic, who's now in second. Third is Catch Us If You Can with no speed today. Back in third is Dorota, flanked on the outside by Samarita, and the distant trailer Ronan has to make up at least 12 lengths as they pass the half mile in a speedy 22 2/5 of a second. Princess Stella and apprentice Bailey Weatherly out to a length and a half. Catch Us If You Can is hard-ridden and not responding terribly well. Samarita looking for win number 5 in a row. Circumvents on the field, about 4 paths from the inside fence. Now moves all the way up from third to join that longtime leader. Back and forth is Palace Magic. Really hugging that fence is Dorota, and on the move late. Here comes Ronan, who's gaining momentum, but the new leader is Samarita. Samarita out by 2.5 or 3 and is going to make it 5 wins in a row. On the board at 1-5. Running second, Catch Us If You Can. Ronan was third, and then in the winner's circle steps number 6, Samarita, and jockey Emmanuel Giles. Owned and trained by Jose Rodriguez. She's a 4-year-old daughter, first samurai out of Bay of Puck. And they're off. Perfect start. Not to be denied, Juliazon going to go out with it. Juliazon from Miss Wendy Slew and close up in second. Now scooting through the inside opening, not to be denied, makes it a wall of 3. So in the opening stages past the 7, it's going to be Not to Be Denied by half a length from Julie Azon in second. Third and under the pump is Miss Windy Slew to catch up. And 4 deep off the first turn onto the 3/4 is Think Blue. Well back to a good handle for My Morning Gal runs 5th. And last of the sextet is Wildcat Bobby about 9 lengths back. Vying for that lead, Think Blue and Corey Orm wants to go, but Not to Be Denied, just that. Fights on back underneath towards the fence. Miss Windy Slew is 3rd, no change in 4th. Julie Azon, then a break of about 3.5 or 4 back to My Morning Gal, and 2.5 back to the trailer, Wildcat Bobby. The first half mile goes in 47 and 4, and they threw it down big time for this group. Not to Be Denied. Challenge accepted and passed on. Think Blues back to second. No change in 3rd. Miss Windy Slew gonna have My Morning Gal to challenge for that spot. And out of last, here comes Wildcat Bobby. Julie Azon is now the distant trailer. But on the front, it's Not to Be Denied at 11-1. Out by a 4-length margin past the 330. Well handled by Javier Diego. Fighting back underneath is Julie Azon. Not to Be Denied. Challengers coming. Well, Wildcat Bobby has a lot to do, but it's Not to Be Denied. Not to Be Denied. Here's Wildcat Bobby. Not to Be Denied. Wildcat Bobby gonna hit it together. It's Not to Be Denied. Wildcat Bobby second. Think Blue is 4th, and then Julie Azon. Welcome back to the winners and closure winner of the 7th race today. Number 1, Not to Be Denied, in jockey Javier Diego. Owned by Lanny Yates, trained by Rhonda Thurman. Not to Be Denied is a 5-year-old daughter of Kitten's Joy out of Bidding War by Grand Slam, bred in Kentucky by Ken and Sarah Ramsey. And Tommy Wente and Scott Stevens. And they're off. Tough beginning for Fast Cross Traffic. Diamond Consuerte has the best break. I'm Your Captain takes over. Here comes a rush on the inside for On the Money Red to go by them all and swoops and has the lead away from I'm Your Captain. Back in the red is Brian's Way in a handy position. Covered up as that by Diamond Consuerte in 4th, now a joint 3rd. 3 abreast in that second group on the outside is Run the Table, trying to get a decent go of it. Then way out the back, we have a loose horse. Truist has lost the jockey. Truist is out of it, and Fast Cross Traffic has to do a lot better and is circumventing the entire field. Truist again has lost Emmanuel Giles. Past the quarter-mile mark, drifting out a bit. I'm Your Captain has drifted completely and is pretty much done for, but on the lead is On the Money Red. Here comes Fast Cross Traffic. On the inside, Brian's Way is gaining. Also back into it, I'm Your Captain after a case of the drifties around the only turn, but it's over. Fast Cross Traffic got an easy trip and gonna win it 5-1. Up to second was Run the Table. 3rd, I'm Your Captain. And then it was On the Money Red. Owned by the estate of Ken Hutchins and Dr. Doug Hutchins. Lori Plaster's the winning trainer, 4-year-old gelded son of Cross Traffic. Out of Fast Alice by Stephen Godeven, bred in Illinois by Mr. Ken Hutchins.